Yesterday when we were shooting Jennifer, I forgot my microphone, so it was really hard to hear me talk in the video you're going to see with Jen. So we put captions and subtitles, and the sun was going down really quick for the landscape shots. So today I was able to take some shots of my pool and the landscape area so we can see if there's any smudging or smearing with the greens and the blues. The three generations of the FujiFilm X-Trans sensor, the X-Trans 1, the X-E1, the X-Trans 2, and the FujiFilm X-T1. And the newly released FujiFilm X-PRO2 has the X-Trans 3 that Jen is holding. And I just want to see the differences in dynamic range and colors. We will be shooting in both RAW and JPEG. And also towards the end of the video, I want to analyze the landscape photographs. A lot of people say for the X-Trans sensor there's a lot of smearing in the blues and the greens. So I want to try to capture the blue ocean here at Dezell, Guam, and also the green grass to see if there's any smearing or the smearing differences between the X-Trans 1, X-Trans 2, and X-Trans 3. And today we have our international model, Jen.
Hi, my name is Jennifer.
Where have you countries?
So I've modeled at right here in Guam, Dubai, in States, Thailand,
And Jen is visiting from Dubai, where she currently resides in, and she's only here for 6 days, so I'm happy that she came out and able to do this motion with us.
It's just medicine.
Which is just too windy. It's very hard to reflect as you can see. And I know Bert was getting some good shots with the air effect from the wind. But we moved here, and as you can see, there's a lot of concrete huts behind us. This is for the Festival of the Pacific Arts, or also known as the FestPac, in 2016. In May next month, we're having about 27 different islands come to Guam to showcase their different arts. Alright, let's start shooting.
It's just medicine. Pick it all up and start up.
Alright, we just got done shooting. 2.5 hours went by pretty quick. We were shooting here at this location. It was too windy. Then we went to the concrete limestone huts there for the Festival of the Pacific Arts, or FestPac. And time went by really quick. And we got full body shots of Jen. And the full body shots were used to compare the three generations of the X-Trans sensor. We came back here to the headshots. And as you can see in the headshots, sun was going up pretty quick. And I did my best to try to capture the blue water and green grass, but the sun was already down, so I'll see if I can bring it up and post-process the exposure so we can see in detail how the greens look at each generation of the X-Trans sensor. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and Jen, you have anything to say?
Thanks for watching.
And Jen is sadly leaving in about 2 days, right? April 26th. Here we have Jen in her blue dress. I'm comparing the X-Pro2, X-Trans 3 with the Fuji X-T1. The has that inside the X-Trans 2, and colors look good. Let's compare to the first one, X-E1. Colors look also okay. I think the sun was going down, so it's cloudy on her, so she's not as bright as the others. Let's look at exposure. First the X-T1, and we're gonna zoom in, and we're gonna increase exposure up to 4 stops. So 4.1. And you can see it doesn't hold up as well on her hair. It's getting kind of mushy. Let's try this on the X-T1. 4 stops, so that's about 5. Also doesn't hold up as well. Let's do a comparison. First gen sensor and second gen sensor. A little bit more dynamic range on the second generation X-Trans 2. When I was using the tripod, I think I did not mount the X-E1 correctly on the tripod, so she's off a little bit. Okay, let's look at the X-Pro2. Let's increase it again 4 stops, so about 4.5. It holds up very well. It's not as mushy as the X-T1. Let's do a comparison side by side. X-Pro2 on the left, X-T1 on the right hand side. You can see it holds up, the grain is pretty good, and this is very good for a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor. As you can see in her hair, it's already discolored. It's not as sharp as a 24 megapixel X-Trans 3. So clearly the X-Trans 3 is way better than the X-Trans 2 in the X-T1 and the X-Trans 1 in the X-E1. I'll be looking at shadow recovery as in the last comparison with the exposure. I set all the white balance the same, and what I did is I just adjusted exposure to match all 3. So first we have the X-Pro2, and we're going to move the slider up for shadows all the way. It's able to recover nicely. Let's try the X-T1. Shadows all the way up. Very nice as well. And the X-E1, the first generation sensor. Move the shadow slider all the way up. Okay, let's compare first gen and second gen. X-E1 is on the left hand side, X-T1 is on the right hand side. Shadow sliders all the way up. Base ISO, okay, X-T1's at 400, but X-E1's at 200. I think pretty much the same. Looks pretty good in shadow recovery. X-E1 does seem slightly sharper. Let's compare X-T1 and X-Pro2. Here's X-Pro2. Remember 24 megapixels, so it zooms in further. Very clean in the shadow recovery compared to the X-T1. The pixel density is more fine, as you can see here, compared to the X-T1. Very good sensor.
You've got a warm heart, you've got a beautiful brain, but it's disintegrating.
Here are the pull shots I was talking to you about earlier. We have the X-Pro2. I'm gonna compare it to the X-T1. Okay, X-Pro2 at right hand side, X-T1, and let's zoom in. And at first, on the tree, let me do 1-to-1. The X-T1 looks sharper, and I even compared it to the X-E1. Oh, let me put the X-Pro2 on the right hand side. Okay, X-Pro2 on the left hand side. It does seem that the X-Pro2 is smeared, but I did another shot today, so the color is gonna change for the X-Pro2. And this is today, different time. And so, yeah, the X-Pro2 is very sharp, actually. And if we adjust the white balance to kind of match it, I do not see any smearing in the greens at all if I do 2:1 ratio. Maybe slight smearing as what people say. Let's look at a blue dumpster. I don't see any smearing. Let's load up the X-T1 here. X-T1 is right here, right hand side. I don't see any green smearing at all. I think it has to do with the software. A lot of people are saying that earlier versions of Lightroom could not read the X-Trans sensor files properly from the Fuji cameras, but I think Lightroom has fixed it already. In a Radiant developer, it reads the X-Trans raw files properly, but I think Lightroom 6 it reads it pretty good. All three files are very sharp. Even the X-T1 by itself, I don't notice any green smearing at all or blue smearing. X-T1 very sharp, all shot at f8 on the 56 prime. X-Pro2 I think there's some motion blur, but I retook it today and it's very sharp. Very good files, and I would go for the X-Trans 3 and the X-Pro2.